5 past 8 a.m. right now, and we've heard many businesses are sticking with masks requirements. Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo reiterated that they do have the right to refuse you service.
No mask, no service, and guess what? If they tell you you can't come in or they tell you to leave and you don't leave, you're subject to arrest for criminal trespass warning, criminal trespass, or you're subject to having a criminal trespass warning issued to you.
Continuing that conversation now with Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez. Good morning, Sheriff. Do you think people realize that they could be trespassing if they don't wear a mask in a business that requires masks?
Well, good morning, Jose, and we hope that through raising awareness that people will know because it could become a criminal matter. Look, we understand the governor's order. For those of us that have lost a loved one or a friend or someone close to us, this is all very personal, but we're going to get through this. We'll make it through this. And this new order just puts a different wrinkle on it. And, while people can make individual choices, so can the businesses. And they can decide at the end of the day to refuse service. And at that point, it becomes what we've always known as criminal trespassing, is they could refuse service to you, ask you to leave. And if you refuse to leave, it could become a criminal violation, a misdemeanor violation, but it would be a criminal trespass that could occur. And also, sometimes we've seen these situations become combative. We saw something here last year where a patron at a bar assaulted, I think, the bartender. We don't want to see it become confrontational, and we hope that cooler heads can prevail. Just pause, stop, think, and look. If the business wants to continue, what I think is the correct decision to continue to require masks, and you have a right to go and patronize another restaurant or business or whatever. But it's up to you individually to make the best decisions for yourself and your family. And we hope that people still do that. A lot of the indicators still say that we weren't quite ready for this kind of decision, but here we are. And now it's up to us as individual Texans to make the best decisions for our own health and those around us.
Now, Sheriff, the governor has been criticized for opening up Texas 100%. How do you balance the health concerns of residents with what some consider a political solution?
Well, look, I think that we are closer to the finish line than we were, at the start of last year. But we still have a tough road ahead. There's a number of indicators. Look, I've been a small business owner. I could definitely empathize with, the business owner that we just heard on, part of me coming on. I understand that it's a tough balance. But we're very close, and I think doing it the week before spring break, in my opinion, is very short-sighted. Let's get the vaccination rates a little bit higher. We're starting to see more deployment of vaccines, which is very positive. I just think if we could have just gotten a little bit closer, maybe in a couple months, maybe this would have made a little bit more sense. But I just think we were so close, and this is a little bit of a setback. But again, at the end of the day, it's up to Texans to make sure we continue on track and that we remain mindful that we're still seeing the variants pop up here in Harris County. All the variants that are out there are now here in our own jurisdiction. They're highly contagious, is what we understand. Don't follow politicians' guidance. Follow the medical professionals. Tune in to your media sources, and you could hear a lot of those conversations take place. And I think make the best decisions first. So we're very close, but in my opinion, we're not quite there yet.
Sheriff, I want to find out what you are advising your jail guards and your inmates to do. Is there a quarantine area inside? Are they supposed to be wearing masks? What are they doing with this new order that the governor has?
Yes, we're still going to continue to, being that we're a county building, we're going to continue to have that requirement. We see it as a life safety measure. So we're going to still continue to have our mask. I'm still wearing my mask even in public. I just think it's the right decision to do. So our personnel will still continue to do it. I know the city of Houston is requiring the same at all city facilities, including the George R. Brown Convention Center, as well as transit systems such as Metro will still be requiring it. So there are still places that still require masks, and you'll have to abide by that. And again, but these individual private businesses as well as property owners can always be subject to refuse service. And if they do, then at some point there could be intervention by law enforcement if you refuse to leave. Then it's not about the mask. It becomes an issue of the business owner asking you to leave and you're refusing to leave. At that point, you must leave.
Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez. Thank you so very much for joining us this morning and providing your insight as to what you have to do during this time that starts today. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.